Easy Life 24/7 presents The World This Week. America to Agartala. Globe.
Hello there, welcome to our special edition of News Bulletin The World This Week, today on 11th August 2024, Sunday. Let's check out the global headlines and the news in detail. 5th August remains another historical day for Bangladesh with the life-saving flight of Army League Supremo Sheikh Hasina Wajid from Bangladesh to India. Let's try to flash the development chronologically. It is on 3rd August, Saturday 2024, opposing the quota system, Nahid Islam, leading the anti-discrimination student movement, demanded the resignation of the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her cabinet. On the following day, that is on 4th August, Sunday, sensing the prevailing turmoil and impending danger, Sheikh Hasina convened an urgent meeting with the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, RAB, BGB and other top security officers. In the meantime, death toll including the 14 police personnel reached 78. Protesters under the banner entitled Students Against Discrimination, that is SAD, lauded the resignation of Sheikh Hasina. Nahid Islam further announced demonstration and mass sit-in on the following day by defying the invitation from the Prime Minister for dialogue aimed at quelling escalating violence and consolidating their demands into a unified call for the government's resignation. Following massive attack on the police stations and killing 78 personnel, including 13 police personnel, Bangladesh government imposed an indefinite countrywide curfew and announced 3-day general holiday with effect from Monday to Wednesday. Meta platforms were suspended, which were rather fallen flat on the following day. On 5th August, Monday 2024, sensing the immediate threat to her life, Sheikh Hasina flew with a Bangladesh military transport plane C-1301 Hercules plane with a call sign AJAX-421 and landed at the Hindon Air Base in Ghaziabad. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met her over there. And after that, both Hasina and her sister were taken to an undisclosed place. Later, General Waqar-uz-Zaman, Army Chief of Bangladesh, announced the formation of an interim government in Bangladesh. He also appealed to all to remain calm and stop vandalism and clashes. A government to ensure justice for those violence victims. In the meantime, protesters did not waste time to strengthen looting furniture, utensils, ceiling fans, toilet pan, food, cattle, etc. from Ganavavan. They also vandalized and bulldozed the statue of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation. At this juncture, a son of Sheikh Hasina, Shajib Wajid Jai, said to BBC, quote, that is Hasina, so disappointed that after all her hard work for a minority to rise up against her, defending her record in power. He also said, quote, she has turned Bangladesh around. When she took over power, it was considered a failing state. It was a poor country. Until today, it was considered one of the rising tigers of Asia. She is very disappointed, unquote. Turning aside the exercise of excessive force in dealing with protests, he said, quote, you have a policeman beaten to death 13 just yesterday. So what do you expect the police to do when mobs are beating people to death? Unquote. In such situation, BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman on social media called for a free, fair and impartial general election at the earliest. Following this, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi convened a critical meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Security, that is CCS, in response to the unrest in Bangladesh. A border security force intensified vigil along Indo-Bangla border. Bangladesh President Mohammad Shabuddin chaired a meeting at Bangabhavan with the chiefs of the 3 armed forces, leaders of various political parties and civil society representatives, where it was unanimously decided to release BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Jia immediately. Unprecedented chaos and turmoil continued when mobs set former Bangladesh skipper Mushraf Murtaza's house on fire. Indian Railways suspended all train operations to Bangladesh. Air India cancelled flights to and from Dhaka. Leader of Lok Sabha, that is LOP, and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi met External Affairs Minister Jaishankar on the sidelines of parliamentary proceedings focused on the escalating situation in Bangladesh and its potential repercussions for regional stability. The Bangladesh parliament was dissolved by the President Mohammad Shahabuddin. The key coordinators of Students Against Discrimination, the group that spearheaded the anti-government protests, proposed the name of the Nobel Peace Prize laureate Muhammad Yunus as interim leader. When the unprecedented political chaos and turmoil was jolting the neighboring Bangladesh, India, one of the forerunners for maintaining peace and harmony, has been known worldwide. Nobody can forget the bygone role of India to liberate Bangladesh from the clutch of Pakistan. At this juncture, opposition parties like Congress, Trinamool, DMK, RJD, CPIM and others expressed concern over volatile neighborhood that India finds itself in, with Mrs. Hasina being the last of the friendly leaders to be removed. Rahul Gandhi advised the government to formulate a medium and long-term strategy to deal with the neighborhood. Sudeep Bandyopadhyay, Trinamool Congress leader, asked the centre to keep the West Bengal government in loop about the developments. Tripura Chief Minister Professor Dr. Manik Shah has also tuned the same with Delhi. On 8 August, Thursday, President Mohammad Shahabuddin administered the oath to 84-year-old Nobel laureate as chief advisor of the interim government. In his maiden speech, Yunus said, quote, "I congratulate the brave students who took the lead in making our second victory day possible, and to the people for giving your total support to them. Let's make the best use of our new victory." Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked Yunus to ensure safety of minorities while conveying his best wishes to Dr. Muhammad Yunus as the head of the interim government in Bangladesh. It's now known to all that Hasina flew to neighboring India after week-long deadly protests. An interim government also was sought in eyeing for holding elections. Hussain, retired brigadier general, said the administration was very concerned about reports of vandalism and attacks on minorities. It is to be mentioned here that Hindus constitute about 8% of Muslim-majority Bangladesh's 170 million people and have historically largely supported Hasina's Army League party, which identifies as largely secular. In the absence of police, students have formed groups to guard neighborhood in Dhaka. Most police stations across Bangladesh have been deserted in recent days as police officers faced public outrage because of crackdown on protesters in Hasina's last days in power, as witnesses said. Weapons and ammunition were also stolen from the stations.